What's good, YouTube? It's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and welcome to another video. Today is going to be a beat making video, or sort of like a beat breakdown video, if you will. Today we're going to break down a beat that I put together with another creator named Shaka Zula. If you haven't seen any of his videos, they're really dope. He makes beats in like the nicest scenery ever. Not like me in this studio setup, but he's outside in the wilderness and mountains, in grassland, and just making beats, really dope beats at that. So this video is in partnership with Native Instruments. There's a huge Thanksgiving sale happening right now on nativeinstruments.com. We'll place a link in the description box below this video. But Native Instruments put me and other creators up to the task to put together beats using only Native Instrument products. And this is what myself and Shaka Zula put together. We are one of three teams. So team number one is myself and Shaka Zula. Team number two is Datsun, DDS, and Stefan Guy. And team number three is Courtney Hawkins, Landmark, and Sanjay C. So we're the only team with two people on it. So we really need every vote. Every vote will count. So be sure to click the link in the description box below this video and vote for this beat if you do like it, or check out the other submissions and see what you like. I would really like to win. Our community would really like to win. So let's get to voting. But with that said, let's go ahead and break down the beat that we put together for this contest. And you guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. So let's jump right into the session. All right, so here we are in the session. It ended up in Logic 10, but the beat started and was collaborated mostly in Maschine. Shaka Zula and I, we just bounced ideas and sounds and drums off each other in a session, just went back and forth, and then we ended up mixing it into Logic. So what we're going to do here today is just break down each section of the beat, and then we're going to play out the whole thing. This song is going to end up on Metapop as a sort of remix competition if we do win the contest. So we kept that in mind as we were making the beat. We want to make sure that the sounds and sort of the vibe of the track can fit other genres, not just the one that we've tried to fit in to this one. So here is the loop that we exported from Maschine, what it originally sounded like, and then we'll go into the mix in Logic. So that was a little bit too bright. We want to take that and just make it a little bit darker sounding and a little bit more fuller sounding, if you will. So we're going to break it up into sections. Here is the intro right here. And once again, because this is a contest, we want to catch the listener's attention off the bat. So at the intro, it's going to be this really cool effect that we spent a lot of time on. Here's what it sounds like, and then we're going to break it down. So that's the initial intro before the main intro. So really all that comes down to is the whole beat bounced down and then half timed, and we got it sounding like this. And then we added in this lead sound here to create some tension. We added in a vocal chop. We have this piano sound right over here. Just a chord, a sustained chord. We have a snare and an 808 pattern. And then it goes into the intro before the verse. So for the intro, we got these chords over here. Once again, all the sounds are using Native Instrument sounds and plugins. I'll link every single sound that we use in the description box below this video, what pack it's from, and what plugins as well, if you want to make notice of it, because there is a huge sale happening right now, and if you didn't want to cop it, you can. Next up here is the vocal chop. which kind of made the song in my opinion. Then we have that sustained, suspenseful lead. And then we added in this flute. So this flute is the Ethereal Earth preset Cooper Breeze. And then we have this reverse piano sound that you don't quite hear it, but it gives it sort of a ride in the beat. It's in the background, and it just sounds like this. Kind of gives it a wave. So moving on in the intro, everything stays the same. We just get two reverse pianos coming into the verse. And those reverse pianos was essentially this chord right over here, bounced down. The piano that we used was Alicia Keys' The Contact Expansion. So moving on into the verse, we get this right over here. It's where all the meat and potatoes of the song is at. All the drums, everything comes nicely together. Alright, so for the drums, we got a kick, we got a snare, another snare, we got a hi-hat, we got a hi-hat roll, we got an 8 hi-hat, bunch of hats here, got a closed hat, we have a tambourine, and then we have an 808. Then we have some drums that are like old school sounding ones. Little perk sound. Another snare. And then we're going to bring in those chords once again. That reverse piano. That flute. And then over here, we bounce down that vocal chop. That's, you hear it over here. And it kind of sounded like this. We bounced it down, added some halftime, and it gave a cool sort of texture. And then from that, it goes to the high vocals. And then we have that reverse piano. That comes into sort of our little breakdown section. So for this, we got our chords, the lead, the flute, that suspenseful lead, the flute. We got that same halftime vocal. We got some reverse pianos happening here. And we also got this guitar sound. And just creates some suspense and builds into the next section. And that's pretty much the same as that verse over there. At the end here, I didn't talk about it, but we get this little drum roll over here. And then that takes us into our outro bit, which is the favorite sort of section of the track, if you ask my opinion. So the first intro bit, we get this right over here. Sorry, outro bit. And it gets really huge and big sounding. So we got that whole beat halftime over there. We have those reverse pianos, and we have that guitar sound over here. And then we come into the next section. vocals come into place. And we get like a new kick sort of pattern happening as well. And then to round out the entire song, which is my favorite part of the track, everything gets like reversed and gets crazy sounding, and I just love the way it sounded and came out. I just love the way everything wrapped up nicely at the end there. So like I said, if we do win the contest, if you guys do like this beat the best out of the 3 teams, nudge, nudge, hint, hint, go ahead and vote for this track. It is going to go over to a meta pop competition, and then you'll be able to get all the stems from this track and then go ahead and remix it yourself. So we really kept that in mind while making this beat to make sure that there's a lot of different sounds that you can incorporate into a remix, flip it any way you want into any other genre, and it just really works well for a remix contest as well. So there's quite a couple of things we had to keep in mind, but I think the end product was pretty nice. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now that you heard all of the sounds, here is the whole song in its entirety. So that right there is the beat that Shakazula and I produced and put together for this contest for the Thanksgiving Native Instruments just extravaganza. So if you did like this beat, go ahead and vote for it. I'll place a link. It'll be the top one in the description box below this video. Make sure it wins. Show some love for myself and Shakazula. We are only 2 people in the team. Everyone else has 3 teams, so every vote will count. Hopefully you guys like this beat. I'll also link the other beats in the description box below this video if you do want to go ahead and hear what the other teams put together. But this is ours right here. Hopefully you enjoy it. And if it does win, once again, it'll be on a meta pop contest that you guys can remix, get all the stems, and just flip it to your own. And that was really considered when putting together this beat. And that's it for me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this beat. Let me guys know what you think about it in the comment section below. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next one. Later. Peace.